Alright, let's try this one more again. I am going to start from the beginning because I missed so much at the beginning of this.
Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Zamora with the Homicide Division Missing Persons Unit. To my left, I have Detective Sergeant Jimenez, Detective Brian Ford, and Detective Atlanta Claiborne. Today, we're discussing facts related to 25-year-old Rudy Farias, who was reported missing on March 7th, 2015.
Yeah.
He was 17 years old when his mother reported him missing. During the 8-year time frame where he was missing, investigators followed up on many tips, leads, collected evidence proving that Rudy was not missing during the 8-year period. Many of these facts included contacts and statements with relatives, friends, neighbors, and medical professionals. Rudy was recently identified as having previous HPD interactions, meaning that he made contact with patrol officers out on the street. However, during these contacts, fictitious names and date of births were given, misleading the officers, and Rudy would remain missing. In fact, both Janie, Rudy's mother, and Rudy himself gave
treated the same. We're gonna, our investigators were in the room, and basically, what they heard and what they interviewed, that's what we attest to in our offense reports and our investigations. And I'm not here, neither are they here to question anybody's integrity, but our integrity with the Houston Police Department stands, and we're gonna report and put in offense reports what a victim or potential victim tells us, okay?
But just to be clear, in that room, the detective did not hear anything about sexual abuse allegations.
Go ahead.
Can you just clear that up?
Yeah, Sergeant Stephan Jimenez. Yes, I interviewed him, and no, there was no, I'm trained to.
And
For quick clarity, was he 17 at the time that he was missing?
Yes, sir, that's
Yes.
correct.
So he's 25.
He's
25 now. Yeah, go ahead, Mario. I'll get you. Hold up. Go ahead.
Was there a missing persons report filed by his mother at the very beginning?
That was in March 7th of 2015.
So there was a missing persons report that was filed,
Correct.
and so this is what I'm asking on this end. Could the mother be detained for filing a missing persons report and never once informing HPD that he came home?
Yes.
Yes, she could be reported or detained. That offense is a Class C misdemeanor, which is similar to a traffic citation.
Right.
Are you serious?
Go ahead.
This is messed up, man.
Thursday, your investigator spoke to him nearly a week later. Do you think it was a mistake not to speak to him sooner? You said yourself the DA has not accepted charges. That's a week where evidence could be destroyed. What's your
I'll let you
response to that?
So it's procedure for the investigation to go through a channel, and when it reaches us, we review it. There was no urgency to investigate
There's
a
no
recovered or
urgency.
found
What
person.
the fuck?
And I say that because patrol officers made contact with him. They ensured that he was safe. They contacted HFD to make sure that he didn't need medical treatment,
Bro.
and he was cleared on scene by HFD. He refused transportation to the hospital. His mother took him to the hospital later on that evening.
What the lieutenant said, I think, is important. You can't force a potential victim of a missing person, okay, with nothing else to come in and give a statement. So it takes time to try to work with people to get that statement.
And
Okay.
Chief, I know you believe in transparency, and I just, for the public, we're gonna put this on the news and it's gonna cause more questions, because yesterday we hear
This is
from an
fucked up.
activist who makes these shocking allegations, and as a reporter who was there, I did see him myself go in and out of the room, so it was clear that he had some sort of communication.
Transparency doesn't come in front and maintaining the integrity of the investigation, and that's where my transparency stops. But and this is the last question I'm gonna ask about the activists or anybody else. We're gonna follow our investigation, and we treat it the same. Everybody has a role in society, and we respect everybody, including our activists. But the integrity of the investigation is number one, and we're gonna maintain
Yes,
that.
Keith.
Okay?
Going inside that
Yeah.
room, did that jeopardize the investigation by allowing?
I don't think so. Go ahead. Anybody?
They need to investigate this. I'm sorry.
Yes, we do. Rudy is safe. He is with his mother by choice.
Yeah,
He's a
You're right.
25-year-old man.
right. Hey, we're gonna get a few more. Mario right here, and then we're gonna work our way down. Probably 4 more, and we're gonna wrap.
You used the word a minute ago in describing Rudy as a victim. We know that he.
I said potential victim, and I want to be respectful on that. Yep.
Come on, Rudy, come forward, buddy.
A young man,
17.
17 years old. There's been cases in the past where people have been brainwashed, where people have been
So damn
told
loud.
you cannot, and they're being held against their will. For everyone that's going to be watching this worldwide, because this is a worldwide story,
Yep.
how do you not separate him until you guys are able to get everything together, considering that he disappeared as a child?
Mario, you've been in the business for a long time, and I'm gonna let you answer that. Okay, we've explained everything, some of the challenges or whatnot. Here's a fact: he's a grown man. 20. Listen to what I'm saying. If you want me to answer,
This
no,
is right.
no, he was an adult, 17. Hold up, okay. Not confrontational. You know, I respect what everybody does. Okay, but 17 years old. That's an adult in the state of Texas. Okay. A lot of things that we shared up here. So
It's still
we're
abuse
going to
and
work our way through.
molestation.
It takes a little while.
Right.
There's a lot of development still, even last night, okay? We know that. Everything's coming up. We're going to investigate it. The integrity is going to stay in place. We're going to treat him the same as any other person that comes through that we're conducting investigation on. I'm done with that part. Go ahead, Courtney.
Detective, this might be a better question for the
Go ahead.
detective.
Okay? Anybody?
What's the reason then, what can you tell us about why Rudy and his mother then allegedly lied for 8 years and said he was missing when he clearly wasn't?
I can answer that, though. I mean, to
Yeah,
protect.
what's the
We can't predict motivation or whatnot. We could just try to, yeah, right. Yeah.
That they said, why go on living this life?
But you know, during the
Sure,
interview and the
Steve.
particulars of it, it's active investigation. We respect that, but can't. Yeah. Next question. Yeah.
What is going on with law enforcement, man?
We weren't just doing 8 years total investigation. Okay, so it went dormant for a little bit, but the case was still open. Okay, and I want to say this: until we find people, until we clear it, that's when it should be cleared. But if your question is, we expended some resources. Absolutely, yes.
I know. I know, Mama Smurf. This is just sickening. He's a grown man.
No, you're prioritizing. Okay, we're in a budget that there are challenges. Okay, and what I presented, and we'll side note this. Okay, because it takes a little while to explain it. When you have challenges, people look at a $1 billion budget. Okay, and everybody just, oh my God, HPD has a lot of money. 92% of that goes to salary and benefits, so it's not a whole lot of money. We have to pay our people, and we have to be competitive. The mayor just
Look,
gave $7.2 million,
My biggest
so we
fear
can get more
is the
cadets
safety of
in.
not only
so
the
there are a lot of challenges. And what I'm
25-year-old
saying
man,
is
Rudy,
this didn't
but also the
happen
mother.
just in the mayor's
What if someone gets their hands on her?
administration. For years, you need so much amount, 14 million. I always talk about that. To properly replace vehicles in our
This is
fleet.
insane to me.
But some years when things are just, you got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, when you don't get that, it kicks it back and it makes it worse. We have an aging fleet. 50% of our vehicles are a little bit more.
But
are
just watching
beyond,
their behavior, I'm gonna go back to the beginning because I missed this part right here. It just, what is LE doing? I understand that Rudy is an adult, but he already made the admission of what his mother had been doing to him. Something ain't right here. All right, I'm gonna skip back because I want to hear what this dude has to say.
Allegations and that he was drugged by his mother. From what you just said today, are you saying that the activist was lying?
Basically, what we're saying is our investigation is our investigation, and we treat it the same. We're going to, our investigators were in the room, and basically, you know, what they heard and what they interviewed, that's what we attest to in our offense reports and
That's
our
what I'm getting
investigations.
from
And
it,
I'm
Eric.
not here, neither are they here, to
This is
question
appalling.
anybody's integrity. But our integrity with the Houston Police Department stands, and we're going to report and put in offense reports what a victim or potential victim tells us, okay?
But just to be clear, in that room, the detective did not hear anything about sexual abuse allegations.
Go ahead.
Can you just clear that up?
Yeah, Sergeant Stefan Jimenez. Yes, I interviewed him, and no, there was no, I'm trained to listen for probable cause. I'm trained to listen for statements that can help me get charges or move forward with a case. And no, there was no statements made during this investigation so far, no.
Thank you. Next question. Go ahead, Mario.
Can that be answered in
Wait a minute. Go ahead. Good. We get it. Yeah.
There's a key word there.
Go
You
ahead.
said there was no reports of sexual abuse. Is that correct, sir? What you said?
That is correct, coming from Rudy Farias.
There's
Was there
no
any
report. Wow.
conversations about a sexual relationship between the mother and the son?
So we don't release any type of information related to sexual assaults. That's just state law. I
Okay.
can't comment on that.
Go ahead.
Is Rudy a victim then in all of this, or did he and his mother work together? I mean, he wasn't missing now.
The investigation is still going on, Courtney, and I'm not going to say if he's a victim or not. I'm thinking, and saying we're going to treat this just as we do with any potential victim or
Sweep it under
victim,
the rug?
and we're going to give respect to everybody that's involved. We're going to conduct our investigation, and we're kind of right at the beginning of it.
All right,
This
so I can't
investigation is going to go on after this press
Calling.
conference.
So, what I'm going to show y'all, let me see if I can get on my Twitter from here. Come on, sign in. I want to show you a timeline of Rudy, family, and all this stuff. Where's it at? Legacy23 on Twitter found this. I think she found it on Meta. Let me find the timeline if it's still here. Here it is right here. Let me see if I can open it so y'all can see it. Okay. So this is the timeline of Rudy Farias from when he was reported missing to current. Okay. February 13th, 2011. Rudy's older brother passes away due to a motorcycle accident. Charles Uresti. Okay, remember that name. August 19th, 2014, Rudolph Farias III. Rudy's dad passed away due to a self-inflicted gunshot wound. You can look into him and why he took himself out. There's a lot there. He was a Houston police officer that was under investigation for ticket fraud with 3 other officers. March 6, 2015, last seen walking his 2 dogs near Tidwell and Park Drive around 6:30 p.m. There are conflicting stories of how he disappeared. His wallet and asthma inhaler were found in a field. No confirmation from HPD. His Aunt Bella Ninos, whom we believe is Janie Alexis Santana, Rudy's bio mom, put out messages saying he was rescuing a young girl from being kidnapped for sex trafficking, also not confirmed by HPD. Age 17 to 18. Mixed comments on age throughout social media. EcuSearch posted he was 17. Houston's missing. The private investigator Martin Renteria posted he was 18. October 15th, 2015, Rudy turns 18. 2017. Ex-boyfriend of Janie Alexis Santana spotted Rudy inside kitchen. February 12th, 2017, Jerry Santana, Janie's brother, Rudy's uncle, did a press conference where he stated he had potential leads in Rudy's disappearance. April 26th, same year, Jerry Santana passed away due to a motorcycle accident. I thought that was 14, but that's what it's saying here. September 17th, 2017, Hurricane Harvey hit. September 2018, HPD say they got a call from family members telling them that Rudy was living behind a family member's home. Police searched but did not find him. Oh, I know, Aaron. I know. How you doing, Kenny? January 26, 2022, Janie asks a few different times when is the least busiest time at the Mexico border. She wants to take a road trip to Rayonesa, Mexico. I don't know. I can't pronounce that name. February 15th, 2022, Janie claims she was robbed and carjacked by a known illegal subject who went to Mexico. May 17th is Janie's 55th birthday. May 30th, 2022, Janie claims she is in Australia. June 21st, 2023, Janie's BMW is stolen and then wrecked. The wreck happened 23 miles from where Rudy was found. Unsure of any correlation. June 21st, same day, Janie and Bella are both looking for auto insurance. June 29th, Rudy is found unresponsive outside of a church by a Good Samaritan just 8 miles from his home. He had cuts, bruises, and blood in his hair. Crews assessed Rudy, but he refused to go to the hospital. Janie also refused transport by ambulance to the hospital. Rudy was left with family and police. In the hospital, we believe he was taken to the hospital by family members, which I think it was the dude that did. Janie says he is nonverbal and cannot communicate. Rudy denies his name, Rudolph Farias IV. He says he is Julio Torres and that he is 14 years old to medical staff. Something's really fishy with this here. I don't know if this is really this child, if he's abducted, what is going on, but I hope they fully investigate this. I don't have faith in law enforcement much anymore. Bella Ninos claims BMW was stolen after Rudy was found, making it hard for Janie to visit Rudy in the hospital. People call her out and say she did not know that it happened a week ago, that it was just now learning about the car. However, Bella knows every single thing about Janie's life. As of the 5th, it's pending police interview, and we just heard the nonsense that's happening today. Let me see if there's any other updates. There's their thing. This story, something is not right. Something is really, really not right. And then Wednesday, she said Rudy was kidnapped, taken to Mexico with a bag over his head 8 years ago. The mother added Rudy walked back to Houston, following the moon to go north. Like, this is weird as hell. This lady and the stuff that she makes up. It's insane to me. I don't know. I really don't know. They're not saying too much, and you see how rude they get if you ask any questions. It's absolutely insane how... Yeah, he gave the name. Hold on, I'll tell you it again. Julio Torres, I do believe is what it was. Julio Torres. Where the hell was it at? Julio Torres, yes. So, I did some digging in the mom's past, and let me tell you how much this woman has moved. Rudy himself has had 4 different addresses since turning 18. If you do his background check based upon his mom and his dad, it states in the background report that he's 28, not 25. There's some weird stuff happening. And the fact that he's claiming to be a 14-year-old kid, something just, I don't understand why they're not investigating this. Yeah, the getting mad for asking questions is, something's not right. My whole thing, yes, Torres, spelled like that, yep. Here, I'll spell it in chat. There you go. That's what it says. That's his claimed identity. So, if he's making allegations as a 14-year-old, why they're not I don't, something's not right with this story. And that's why I want to keep looking into it and paying attention to any updates or whatever and bringing them to you guys as soon as I know something. If you guys want me to, I can make a folder in Discord for this case. That way we can put as much information into it and just keep updated with it the best that we can. Because something's not right here. Law enforcement is felling kids. They're felling... Yeah. The sex trafficking is getting out of hand. And then the fact that you have a mom doing it to her own child, possible child. I don't understand why they did not DNA test him and her to see if they match. That's the first thing that I would have done, is to DNA match to make sure it's truly his identity. If it's not his identity, then she's got splaining to do. The fact that she's been running this GoFundMe scam for the past 8 years, made false missing person allegations, and that's only a misdemeanor charge, something's not right there. So if anybody from Texas can answer me, preferably in the vicinity of Houston, is it legal in that area for mothers to have sexual relations with their children? Actually, I could look it up myself. Let's see. No, the only 2 states that it's legal to have incestual relationships is New Jersey and Rhode Island. That's kind of gross. Over the age of 16. What? That shouldn't even be a thing. New Jersey and Rhode Island are the only 2 states that it is not a criminal offense to have incestual relations between 2 consenting adults over the age of 16, though marriage is not allowed in either state. Ugh. So, in other words, it doesn't matter the age of this guy, 25, 28, 14, like, it's illegal in the state of Texas to partake in incestual relationships with your child. So why she's not being picked up, detained, any of these things, it's mind-blowing. That's pretty much all I have for y'all. I wanted to catch the live press conference, and I didn't know if anybody was going to do a live on it, so I figured I would, and just try to figure it out too, because this don't make no sense. Why is every case that I pay attention to just don't make any sense? Yeah, it is absolutely wrong, Kenny, in every which way you look at it. I don't care how old he is. I hope this investigation that they're going to pursue, I hope it's something and it changes something. Our kids are not for sale. Our kids are not for grabs. Parents that do this stuff, like, this child is so manipulated and brainwashed that he doesn't even want to see his own mom go to jail. Like, that's sad. That's sick. I hope they evaluate him, do the proper methods to get him the best help that he can. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to hop off of here. I might do a live later, depending on what information I can find. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. If not, I will see you in Discord.